Hello everybody and welcome back to week 1 of Esports Ohio. I'm going to be your caster for today, OP Knees. And we got some Valorant going on. We have Springfield versus Princeton. And they're going to be playing the first map, Lotus. Here we have Springfield on the left here, going to be defending first, and we have Princeton on the right on the attacking side, who's going to be, well, attacking first. We're going to see first lock-ins already. We're going to see Gabe locking in Teo, the newest agent released to Valorant. He's seen very, very promising recently. He's been doing very, very well in competitive, and seeing him in team play is going to be very, very enlightening of how good this character actually is. And we're going to see Dragonator is going to be locking in that Reyna. Caribou going for Astra. Seem very good, especially with team play. Astra can be, one of those cogs in the plan that can just do so many mind games. You can pull a star, place a different star, the grab well, the stun. Every piece of the puzzle goes together to really lock in, and Astra's just really good for that. It's just a little bit of a harder character to play, so if Caribou's on his game today and is reading the Princeton very well, he's going to be good there. And we're going to see Princeton already has their roster locked in here. Chansey going to be on the Gecko. We then have Harbor, Towler on the Harbor. We're going to see only Harbor here for Lotus as the smokes. It's going to be interesting. Going to see a Raze and a Sage as well. Here on the side of Springfield, we do see the Breach Teo combo. This is something I've wanted to see since the launch of Teo, is how he's going to work in team play with a Breach, especially. His utility is so aggressive and volatile. It leans very well to playing with a Breach, especially with the flashes and the stuns that he has. If you get a good fault line in and Teo shoots his missiles, you can basically guarantee free kills with Teo, especially on a map like Lotus with very specific choke points, and especially when you have to get rubble control to really control the map. It's going to be very essential for them to do it. We're going to see, though, on the side of Princeton, they're going to elect to not go with Teo and go with a more, comp that they're more familiar with the double duelist, Raze, and Reyna. Reyna isn't seen a lot in team play, seen a lot in comp just because of how good she is as a solo duelist, in the competitive environment, but we're going to see how she does team play-wise. Starting out here, it seems Princeton is going to be looking towards A here. Shots already being fired and spammed out. This is going to be a high tide. She's going to be Cascade thrown out first. Chansey knows that someone could be here on Secret Door. It's going to be smoke pulled by the Astra on Springfield. Princeton opening door, going to go through. There's that fault line we're talking about. Shabuza getting a lot of good damage there, and this could be Panda God getting the first hit. Caribou takes another one down, and Gabe gets a 2-kill using the Teo util, and that's going to be a 1v4 right now for the last member of Princeton. He's going to be sat down as Springfield executes their plan and is going to be able to decimate the attackers. And now on this bonus round for Princeton, that was a really good play for A there. A lot of util being used there. We saw Shasuva use his util very, very well. The Breach gonna get the stun almost onto 3 players. And he didn't even go down. I believe the Astra that went down. So he was able to get the util off, play his life, and have his teammates swing off of it. Springfield doing well already team play-wise and holding on to A. Now, into this bonus, they have to make sure not to give away any rifles to the pistols on Princeton's side. Ayaka on the Sage, going to be opting for a Sheriff here. Ecoed last round, enough to really get it. Wall already goes down for Lookout to stop anyone from going there. He only has a Ghost. Does have a Spectre as well. Going to be having some shots here on the side. Kind of locked in here by himself on 3. He's going to have to try to help. That is going to be the Teo utility going to stop Wingman from planting. The spike is lost on sight, but Lookout doesn't hit the shots, but Caribou comes and sets him up. That's going to be a triple suppressor for the Teo. Gabe is going to be going in here with the fuck. He got to get the last kill as Caribou and Shasuva are also going to be using that Teo utility already. She is proving to be a cornerstone of this comp. I've seen it in regular ranked play of how well he's done, but seeing it in a team setting, you really get to see he's across map launching missiles at the perfect time to stop a push. Really, the Sage, she didn't quite hit the shots that she needed to there. Lookout But if right there, if Lookout hits the shots there, that's going to be a flawless round for Springfield. Now they're going to be going into the bonus. They're looking good. They're really good combo there, Paint Shells and this Fault Line. But it seems that Princeton are just going to be running it down A again. They're actually going to fake. Even though they see that no one's there, this could be dangerous. Lookout's going to get taken down by Chansey. And that's going to be rotations going around for Springfield. But I think they're stacking the wrong site. They're going to be leaning towards more A until they hear noise. Now it's they're going to be rotating over to C. But that's going to be a free site, more or less, for Princeton. Finally looking at the driver's seat. As Shisuva is going to see Head, isn't going to get a pick, only a suspected of his name. The grenade's going to go out. The missiles go out for Teo, trying to stall the plant. It's going to go down. Chansey has a vandal here, but he's going to get suppressed. No utility. Full blind as well. Shisuva takes on Ayaka. That's going to be only one for Chansey, as Gabe's going to be able to jump in and kill him with the Bucky. Towler takes down Gabe with a ghost. Only one more remaining. The 2v1, and Towler can't quite do it, as Panda God's going to use a Bucky and take him down. That's going to be 3 rounds in a row, even on just the bonus round for Springfield. Now it's looking dire for the economy of Princeton. Princeton, just after that bye, has to reconsider what they've been doing there. They were able to get onto site and plant. But you see that Chansey was kind of out in the open, not really playing around his team. The blind and the utility just left him, sitting out in the open, so there's not really much he could do. Now, Springfield has the Teowalt online. Basically, they could just let Princeton take a site and then just play retake. Teowalt is so good for retakes. They're going to first do a fault line and see if anyone's there. It is going to hit 2. No utility is going to be used after. Shisuva getting very impressive here. It's going to be taken on Ayaka. Chansey trying to get the refrag, only does a little bit of damage there. As now, they're going to have their Sentinel be taken down. Chansey having to try to dodge the tail utility, stuck in between a crossroads. Shisuva gets a 3k, dealing 1 with his aftershock.
One enemy remaining.
The team play here is amazing, as Panda God and Caribou are on the flank. Gonna clean them up for a flawless round. First full buy from Springfield, and it's looking like they are still in the driver's seat. 4-0, with Princeton having bought up last round to try to see if they could secure something. They're gonna be worse for wear and economy, as now they're only gonna have Spectres because they're still buying. They're gonna opt to keep buying up instead of going for an eco to get a full buy. This could be dangerous, as we're gonna see that Springfield have their economy set. They could buy guns 2 rounds in a row now, even without anything. Now it's going to be tail utility immediately going through, as that's going to be Ruins Control taken for free. All they had to use was, I think, 1 star, a slow, and tail utility. That's going to be the drone, going to be tagging 3 people there, and now going to be waiting. As the ult knows he executes there, gets blinded, and that's going to be the tail ultimate. Chopping 2 on site. They're not going to be taken down with the ult, but they're going to get taken down anyways. Now it's going to be an even 3v2, actually, not quite even, as Ray's falling dangerously though. Caribou just going to be an unseen. Going to take down 1, looking for the second, but Panda God's going to back him up and take him down. And that's going to be Springfield again winning another round. The snowball is rolling. Really good utility there from Teo. It angled it a little bit differently than what was effective. He tried to angle it towards cutting off main there instead of completely stopping sight. He wanted to make sure no one was going to be able to sit in a choke. But right there, if he did, of course, hindsight 2020, if he could have just ulted directly on the site, he would have gotten 2 free kills and go focused on main by himself. But that's in the past. Now we're going to see most of Princeton is going to be able to get a full buy. It's going to be immediate slow orb from the Sage. Doesn't hear anything. Walking away. Dragon Eater. Only a Spectre to his name. Be waltzing up. Ayaka did get a pick on the Caribou there. Panda God as well falls. Shisuva on a massive flanker, but Lookout's going to be evening the odds. Going to be able to getting 2. Now it's going to be a 2v3, and I think Shisuva has a timing here. Teo is going to be using the utility, and that's going to be him getting a pick with it. Gabe is going to take down 1. Now it's going to be a 1v1 here as Gabe lands an amazing shot onto Maverick. Gets the 1-tap in there after getting 2 more. The 3k from Gabe. He's been a star so far. The tail utility has been on point. Even so, Shisuva Shusuva right there on the flank with his teammate as well. Doing amazing. Look out, only 2 kills he's got this game have been massively impactful. Being able to hold the line there and get the 2 to make it even. Wasn't able to get the 3rd onto the Raze, but he did plenty as he was able to stop the push. Eco is looking very, very bad here for Princeton, as they're only going to be able to buy, some Bulldogs, maybe some Spectres, and that's about it. And that's not what you want to see here. Instead of saving, again, they're buying up, and Caribou is just going to go in there, walking into their spawn. Shisuva as well, they're going aggressive. Princeton isn't even having walked anywhere. Look at the map that they own. Caribou with a 3K just waltzing into the spawn of Princeton, taking them down 7-0. A flawless round there, and now really the guns that you bought are hurting even more. With 5 ultimates online, you really have to think about using that Raze ult to try to get the economy back. If the Raze is able to use their showstopper and maybe get something, clear out of sight, get the site back, you're able to have ults to hold down the site for retake. You have Harbor, Harbor's Reckoning, really good for taking the site, also really good for being able to hold it in post-plant. But they're going to have to find something with their ultimates here because their guns gonna just barely be enough, as we see that not everyone is gonna be on a maximum buy here. Panda God again, already pushing into their spawn, getting the pick on the Dragon, and they're unable to react in time. Nice shot there from Dragon God. Gabe gonna try to get some information. He's gonna be able to see Chansey there, gonna be able to ping him. That is gonna be a suppression there. Panda God, what is this positioning? The timing is amazing. Just scot-free into their spawn. That's also oh my goodness, a 4K for Panda God, as he's going to use his ult in tandem with Reach's ult as well. Oh my goodness, that is how you use ultimates right there. You're able to set them up, but Panda God was able to flank all the way from A and from B as well. Really, we don't see the Sentinel holding any map control here. Springfield is just going to be wherever they want, whenever they want. We see them take ruins immediately, and that means Panda God's just able to peek right into their spawn. B is free as well. There's no wall going up. There's no one watching site. You don't have a Cypher to do any of that with. Just the Sage, and the Sage is not walling in the spots that you need to wall. And that's going to be an Astra wall going to immediately be popped by Springfield to cut off the defenders. Shusova, look how aggressive they are. They are rushing into their spawn. Dragonator gets full blind, gets taken down by Lookout. Panda God looking for more as well. Now look at this. Caribou's completely flanked them. It looks like the attackers are defending the defenders are attacking at this point. Shusuva goes on in. They're gonna get one. They're gonna all stand the box together. Look out. Gonna be breaking the code. The res goes out, but it's not gonna be enough, as that's gonna be the rest of Springfield just running on in, waltzing in to take them down, and that's gonna be 9-0. Caribou, good ult there right at the beginning. Gonna be stopping anyone from really getting able to get information and really set up the aggressiveness of the Breach, Teo, and Sage, running it down through C main.
That'll work.
We're gonna see how Princeton is gonna be able to come back here. They do have ults to be able to get a few rounds on the defense. The rounds that were easy to get are gonna be we're not able to be gotten and picked up here. We're gonna see very aggressive plays here from the Astra, using a lot of her stars to take this rebel control. This is the part of Lotus that is the most important. Rebel control. You have this, you have the map. Immediate is going to be a star. Slow, and that's gonna be Shusova and Teo just taking down Dragonator again. The first death multiple times. Look out! It's not gonna be cleared. It's gonna be able to take Chansey down. The Epic Spike right in the eye. It's not gonna take him down. The spike is gonna get planted. Panda God though, very sneaky into the cove. The Reckoning just pulls them out. Now it's gonna be a 3v2, but Caribou has the timing and has the positioning to be able to go it back. Smoke's gonna go out. They're gonna be able to just pop out of it, and Shusova gonna take him down. As Tyler can't look 3 places at once. Really good smoke there from the Astra to be able to have their entire team lurk out of it and just be able to re-clear sight very quickly. The defenders are never letting up the pressure. You would be confused, really. The defenders are just going in and in and in to take any bit of map control that they can. Is how you play a 3-sided map like Lotus, is this proactiveness, and they are showing it off here so expertly. Caribou again in this default setup, making sure to get this map control. Again, I harp on it, Ruins. This part of the map is so important. And the amount of times that Springfield is taking it with ease. Again, look at it. Even Teo's going to be able to add on here and going to be stopping anyone from pushing out of here. On Panda God, it's just going to be able to walk up there, trades their life for a double kill. That's going to take down Spike immediately. And Gabe has the stun there. It's going to take down one. Dragon getting the first kill of the match there. On to Gabe. Takes him down. Now it's going to be a 3v2 this wall. Looking good. Look out. Doing some right clicks there. She's just going to pick on the Dragonator. It's going to be good for 2. Maverick trying to get something, but not enough. The Showstopper is good for 2. Gets a 3K, but the breach, Shusuva, is going to be out of the way and out of harm's reach. Very, very close there for Princeton is able to do it. Dragonator got their 1. We saw Maverick try to make a play with that Showstopper, but the main thing that makes Showstopper so good is team play. Using it by yourself to get a 2K, it works, but you have a Spectre versus a Vandal. It's going to be hard in that situation. Lookout even is going to be investing in an op on this second to... Actually, I believe it's the last round and a half here, as it is going to be 11-0. Pushing this to 12-0 is going to be very, very hard for Princeton to make a comeback. Gabe's going to be spotting here. Going to be seeing 1. The nade is going to come out and poke him out, so he has to back up. He does have his ult online. The missiles are going to go. Maverick has to be in this position. Gets caught out. He's going to get taken down. Shusuva gets 1. Caribou with the Odin into the spawn is going to get another. Caribou with the 3K with the Odin running into their spawn. Flawless round for the defenders of that last
match point
round of the half. Princeton are unable to get 1 on attacking on an attacker-sided map.
I should play some
it's not looking great for them.
This reality.
Springfield showing off the newest cosmetic here, Caribou, the little iPad you can pull out and just, fiddle with it. Another tool that they always bring out. New cosmetic item. But Springfield looking very, very confident on these map types.
Need that back.
And Princeton, if they're going to be able to really have a chance of getting able to stop it, they're going to have to try to mirror what Springfield has been doing in fight for map control. You're going to see the only person here is going to be Ayaka with the Sheriff. Can do a lot here with it if they're going to be able to get a shot in. And they're all going to get Caribou get taken down immediately after. The smokes are down for Caribou. That means post-playing is going to be a little bit harder for them. But Shusuva is going to be going deep and getting 1. Panda God has a shorty, but it's going to be using a ghost instead. Going to be Satchel peeking away, actually. As Shusuva again goes even further. It's going to be able to get Maverick. Looking for more. Towler going to get a right click onto Shusuva and take him down. Towler going to be looking for more. Doesn't quite pick up the ghost quite yet. Does get it. But Lookout is looking for more. As he's going to be pincered. Towler trying to look one way, but gets shot by the other. And Gabe is going to close out the first map on Lotus. Springfield in a 13-0 is going to take Princeton down on that first map. Not much to really say there. That was just Princeton giving us a beautiful masterclass on how to play Lotus. You fight for map control. You take, especially Ruins, you take map control, and we saw them with that control. They're able to just push deep into the enemy spawn and take them by surprise. Well, we're going to be back in just a moment as map picks are going to run out. Let the teams get ready for the next one. Don't go anywhere. This is Esports Ohio. Welcome back, everyone, to Esports Ohio. Today we have Springfield versus Princeton. Springfield had a very, very good showing last map as we saw them going absolutely crazy. A 13-0 on Lotus. We're going to see that the next map pick from Princeton is going to be Fracture. We're going to see Princeton on the left. We're going to see on the right, we're going to have Springfield. Graphic might be a little bit goofy, but that is where they are at the moment. And we're going to see that they're going to be pulling out a different comp, but both of these teams, a little bit different here. We're going to see that on the right side, we're going to see a Deadlock, Clove, Teo, Jet, and Yoru from Springfield. And on the left, we're going to be seeing Princeton running Teo as well, Harbor, Sage, ISO, and Reyna. We're going to see Dragonator running the Reyna just like they did on Lotus. Maybe you're going to see them get a little bit more active here as they were a little bit passive when coming into that duelist role. They're acting a little bit passive on the Lotus map. We're going to see how they're going to be faring on Fracture. I do love to see the Teo swap over. You know, the new agent here. People have said he's broken, and you know what? I think they might have a little bit of truth in that statement. Teo has so much utility. We saw how good that could be when Springfield was pulling them out with the breach. We're going to see that Teo is going to be the single initiator here. He's not as good with only one initiator on his team, but he is still good. Actually, we're going to see Yoru being played as a duelist here. Yoru kind of just interacts as an initiator in himself, and Chansey's going to go down to Caribou, who's at blazing speed, is going to walk immediately to sand. That's going to be Teo forcing Tower to have to move, and Lookout takes him down. Maverick is going to be wrapping around here, trying to be something, but Caribou might just meet him. Gonna be able to hear some footsteps. Panda God plants, and that's gonna be what a good kill there from Caribou. Tutu is gonna make it evener as Ayaka is gonna go down. Dragonator tries to get one, but Caribou sits him down. And just like we saw on Lotus, only one member of Springfield went down. Princeton on the pistols aren't looking that great. Now it's gonna be the buy for Springfield, and we saw them on their buy, very, very dominant. Right here, we're going to see that Princeton needs to kind of get together and find a way to take the guns away from the attackers. The only way to really win a pistol round like this is to take the guns away from the attackers and make sure that you get them in your hands so you can use them against them. I don't know if you see someone maybe has a PC problem here in the defending team as the Teo is standing still. Ayaka's gonna go down. Maverick as well, gonna get taken down right on site, and it seems like it's gonna be more or less a free sight here. Chansey is gonna get back here. Towler trying to find something. All the kills matter here in this round. Caribou can't quite land his, and that's gonna be Chansey. Gonna go down. Caribou floats over the deadlock wall, tries to get another, but Lookout takes him down. Caribou takes down Towler for a 3K, and that's gonna be a flawless round for Springfield. Princeton, I don't know if maybe they had a lag issue there, because we did see the Teo kind of just sitting AFK in spawn. I hope that everything's okay on their end, and maybe everything's okay now, because gonna wake up and they're gonna be trying this next round here and see what they can do. It is still winnable because they were able to fully eco on that round, so they're gonna have the gun advantage here, but it's gonna depend on how they use them. Caribou going to be taking first contact here after the Teo drone is going to go. He looks like a little crab running around that Teo drone. I always think of it like a crab. I didn't even know it exploded at the end of its duration. Caribou is going to be taking first contact here. High tide's going to go up, but just perfectly for Caribou to sneak into sight. A little bit of a misplay there. Perfect wall there for Caribou. And now, it's going to be sitting here. That's going to be the Yoru going in. That's going to be the site taken by the attackers. Panda God's going to get the plant down. That's going to be the deadlock. Going to be suppressed, but gets the wall out first. Caribou is going to be slamming through the smoke just with the rest of his team. Looking for something. Gabe holding the flank. Going to be Cascade. Good Cascade, cut up all the crossfires. They're going to try to stop it, but Caribou takes down Towler. Caribou takes down Chansey. Ayaka has a good timing here, going to put up a shield. Looking for one, doesn't quite land the shot. Gabe, going to take him down with a stinger. Ayaka almost had it, but it's going to go down. Dragonator has the 1v5. Caribou gonna be whipping some shots here. He's gonna try, almost gets the pick, and that's gonna be Shusuva taking down Dragonator to help out his team. Caribou couldn't quite land the shots there, but is gonna be able to get a gun in its place. And now we're gonna see that on the side of the defenders, they're gonna be on a weaker buy here. They weren't able to win their buy round, so they're gonna buy up regardless, trying to get as much as they can. Dragonator opting not even to buy shields with their Vandal, just to make sure they have enough credits for maybe next. Now, we're gonna see that Springfield, very good for their money, even some of them able to get Vandals from that last round, and they're gonna take Guardians into this to just snowball their economy even more. Because I think they know that the defenders have very bad weapons. It's going to be Shusuva immediately taking down Ayaka, the only one really on point trying to defend. Terra Utility is going to be thrown out there on both sides. Jet going to sneak her way into the generator. It's going to be completely walled off. Good Deadlock Utility, they hear them. Going to be waiting for the swing. Teo and Jet waiting for it. Shusuva gets to take on the Chansey. Caribou waiting for the wall to go down. The wall is going to go down. They're going to swing. Towler tries to get one. They're going to get taken down. Caribou going in for more. That's going to be a 2K, the dash, and the pick. Oh, Maverick takes down Caribou, sits him down, but Gabe is going to fire back and get the refrag. And that's going to be not a flawless round this time, as the defenders are going to be able to get one pick. Maverick trying to do his best, but they're just going to be able to trade off each other. You have to be able to be, recognize that trades are going to come. One of the things that, separate the good from the great is those split-second decisions of knowing someone's going to trade them. Good on Springfield, though, having the members there to trade. Teo is waiting for his duelist to take the initiation, even pushing into their spawn. Still have to wait for that refrag, and Teo trusted his duelist and was able to play off of that. Immediately going with the drone. That's going to be the defender's Teo drone going to get taken down immediately. No suppression going to go through. Teo missiles gonna go down.
All missiles away.
Missiles gonna go away. Gabe, make sure to split all these crossfires up. There's gonna be entry. Caribou already doing a good job. Has so much space here as the defenders are in their spawn again. Caribou running through the smoke, getting a pick, looking for more, gets a second. Now looking for more, looking for a third. Gets the third. Almost gets the fourth. Doesn't quite see the Sage behind him, and that's gonna be Maverick getting a cheeky little kill there. Jet forgets to check her corners, and Gabe gonna stop Maverick from taking any more. So that's gonna be same kind of round as last time, but the defenders are letting the attackers take site for free and don't have a good plan for retake. To be fair, the attackers aren't letting them play a retake. The attackers are pushing deeper and deeper into their spawn to force them to have to play even further back so the retake doesn't come when they need it to. Looking at ults here, we see the Jet is going to be able to have the daggers, and the Deadlock has her ult to be able to grab at least one player away. We're going to see the actually more beneficial ults here on the defensive side, as we're going to see ISO as his kill contract. Caribou takes down Dragonator again. First to fall. Caribou, look how fast he will take onto the site. Lookout takes down Ayaka, who's unable to hit his kill contract. Caribou immediately sits down Towler. And that's going to be a site taken with 3 lost. Lookout pushing into the spawn. Chansey sits him down. Chansey gets another. Shusuva is going to be overextended, gets killed. But Caribou is there to be able to pick more. Maverick is going to be a 1v1 here. Maverick has taken down Caribou before. Does he know that he's stuck here? He sees him, and that's going to be Maverick getting the first round in the series for Princeton. Maverick going to be able to clutch victory from the jaws of defeat there on that round, making it a 1-5. That round win is going to be really good for them, as their economy is going to start to come back a little more here. Exactly what you're looking for there. Maverick, really good showing, is able to get a 3-piece there, gets one from main, able to shoot Gabe in the back, and then takes down a Caribou, who is in a predicament as his Deadlock kind of sealed his fate, as he was unable to rotate from the Deadlock wall. And also, bad comms there on the side of the tail. Didn't say where he got shot from, as the Jet was kind of bewildered of where to look. Now it's going to be a rush into sight. Lookout trying to run in, asking for his team to shoot the wall. Really good team play there. It's going to take down the wall. But that's going to be more or less a clear sight, as the Dimensional Drift is going to go in. Oh, Maverick unable to cure it as he's going to get taken down. Shield pop from the ISO, and the ISO is going to go down as Teo launches his util, trying to get something with the nade. Teo Wall's going to go down, trying to get one. But that's going to be counter Teo Wall from Caribou. It's going to take him as Chansey walks right into his arms. And that's going to be a flawless round for the attackers, firing back from that last loss of the round. That did break their streak, though, that win of how many wins they had in a row. At that time, they had, 18 rounds in a row, going last map into this map. But now, kind of even the playing field, got a little bit of spirit back into Princeton that, they are, not immortal, that they are fallible. There's Maverick. He's gonna try to do some Sage straps, get up on the wall, but do they know it's behind him? Caribou with a freebie, trying to get more as he's gonna dash into the spawn. Gets 3 for all of his good work. His ace is not gonna go through his Panda God. It's gonna be able to take another one onto the site. Caribou gonna clear the rest of it. Look out as well, looking for some. We see the Harbor in a corner crouched with an Ares, don't know where to go. Looking for one, is gonna get taken down by Shusuva as the daggers from the Jet prove to be lethal. 1-7 right now is the score in favor of Springfield, who already won the first map Lotus in this series. Now we're going to be taking it on to Fractures. We see they kind of have Fracture on lock as well, playing a little bit of off-meta picks with the Yoru and the Deadlock as well as their Sentinel. Here's what we're going to see. The Sage, I don't know how useful the Sage has been on the side of Princeton, as really here on this map you want to get a lot of information and know which site to stack very well. Drone's gonna get taken down by the tail. Maverick's gonna back out, only with a Spectre to his name. It's gonna throw the slow orb instead. Has the resurrection. Caribou is just gonna be sitting there unavailed. No one's watching him. It's gonna get that takes down Maverick, shoots him in the back. The Ares gonna spray down Caribou, getting shot right in the head. Kill confirmation. Killed Contract. He's gonna miss, not hitting anyone. That's not what you want to see. Look out, it's gonna get taken down by Chansey. Gabe looking for some. Looking for Chansey. Trying to get him, hits him down. Ayaka getting shot at from both angles. Isn't gonna be taken down. The plant is gonna go down. It's a 3v3, it's even. Deadlock gonna shoot the ult, trying to get one. Towler gonna get taken down by Gabe. Trying to save his teammate. It's gonna work. And that's gonna be the last 2 picks there as the attackers are gonna win again. It was looking very even there for the defenders, but they were outmatched and outgunned as they only 2 of their players had Ares there. They tried to pick up the Vandals from the attackers, but were not able to secure the kills that they needed to. They were, however, able to get out the Deadlock ult there, the tether, and which is a good ult to be able to get out, because now, playing retake is a lot easier because Deadlock ult, there's silly lineups that stop anyone from really being able to plant without first taking care of the Deadlock. Look out, he's going to jump spot with an op. Yeah, Ayaka is going to take down Shusuva there, as he's not going to be able to quite get the shot. Panda God, though, fires back, taking down another. You see Clove has her ult online. Panda God's just going to be sprinting in the site as Caribou has already cleared out most of it. Halo Utility's going to go through, forcing the plant to be stalled. Caribou with a nice tap on the Dragonator. Really good shot there. Trying to get another spray. Doesn't quite land a lot of shots there, but it's going to get killed regardless. Towler gets a 2K, and now it's going to be a 1v1. Panda God's taking down Maverick. It could be a repeat of what we saw before. Panda God, not in good shape. Very low HP. 1 shot. Very good for Towler here. Towler looking multiple ways. Made some noise. He knows he's there. Towler gonna be able to avoid that. Panda God throws the smoke out, sees him. Towler has to push in, tries to get the spam, doesn't quite get it. Throws one in front. His Util's gonna throw down his Cove, but that's gonna be a rush in. But Towler is gonna be able to get the kill on the Panda God. It's always gonna happen, but he has to be aware of this, and that's gonna be Panda God secured it with his ultimate. Towler had no chance there. Panda God held all the cards. Very close there. Throwing down that Cove was really good. I think he just panicked with his buttons, throwing down his high tide instead of his Cove first. And that little time save is all it takes. That little bit of time that he wasted throwing down that high dive costed him in the end. It was a really good showing there. Towler almost clutching it out with a 3K. The flanks have been good. They have been catching the attackers off guard. They need to do these a little bit more proactively though if they're going to finally get a grasp on how to defeat the Titans that are Springfield. Score is 1-9. Few more rounds left in half. Tail utility is going to go through to stop Caribou from really pushing in quite yet. Has the tailwind available. Doesn't quite use it. But no one's on his. Free. Caribou's going to peek into spawn and get one on Dragonator. Goes for the second, but Panda God's going to get him instead. Ayaka takes on Caribou to make it so there's no flawless round available, but Maverick doesn't have a res available from his positioning. It's going to be rough for him. Only a Bulldog.
Spike planted.
Lookout jumps at him.
Headshot.
Just gonna land the shot. Maverick takes down Lookout. It's looking good for the clutch so far. 1 versus 3. But the angles are so devastating. Shusivas holding the angle with an op. Don't think Maverick was quite ready for that. Shusiva knew exactly where he was and took him down now. Last round in the half, as said. It's gonna be rough. Princeton. To get around here, it's going to be good for them to set up into their pistol round, but, you know, Springfield has just been so dominant on this attack. I will say Fracture, kind of more of an attack-sided map, so it's not too bad they're losing this many rounds. They're getting as many as they can, so on their attack, they're able to formulate a plan to get past the defenses. Chansey throwing out his util.
Here.
But Lookout, it's going to clear out A's side. It's going to be clear, calming it to his team. As he's going to immediately be rushing in. Caribou is going to be getting a 2K. Chansey kills one with an Odin. Tries to get more. Lookout takes down one. Panda God is going to take down another. It's going to be Chansey getting two, but cannot clutch out with an ace as Shusuva shoots him in the back with an op. Very close there. The Odin gameplay almost worked. The silly strategies that are being come up with here by Princeton have almost worked every time.
They are mistaken.
And honestly, that's kind of what you're expecting a team so disciplined as Springfield. It's harder to beat them with the strategy that they have perfected. If you go with something kind of off kilter, as seen, then it does throw a wrench in their plan. Now the sides have swapped. Princeton on the attack and Springfield on the defense. We've seen them on defense before, going absolutely nuclear.
I'll return.
And it seems that Springfield is looking to get aggressive early, especially with Teo. That's how you play Teo here, honestly. Not quite yet. We see a lot of noise going through A. Gabe. Fake. Gabe is going to fake clone there into the wall. Mind you, he is Teo, but he's trying his best to look like a Yoru. Chansey's gonna take down Panda God, who wasn't aware. Caribou, they're gonna get two from the backside. They're unaware, not looking that direction. Caribou gonna have to defend a little bit better here. There's gonna be a 3v4. Shusuva gonna get one. He's gonna get stopped. He's gonna get caught a little bit later. Towler's gonna get one. But Lookout on the flank gets even more. The stun is gonna make Towler a sitting duck. And then 3v1 is not going to turn out in Towler's favor, as that's going to be Princeton falling another map down. Springfield doing very well for themselves, all picking up sheriffs for the next round as well. 1-12, it is match point in favor of Springfield. Caribou going absolutely nuclear this game with 29 on the leaderboard. On the side of Princeton, Chansey's been holding his own as much as he can. Dragonator is still even with his current record of 1 kill a map. Hoping he can get another one on this defense here. This round is imperative. Even if you can't buy, you have to get something. You can't just go with pistols here. You're gonna see on the attacking side, the defending side, they're definitely gonna be buying up. It is their round to do so. Lookout trying to get one. Is going to be able to get one with the sheriff. Takes him off. Chansey doing some good chip damage there. It's going to be Tail utility to separate Maverick. Beautiful utility usage. They're trying to get more. Gonna get 2, gonna get 3. Looking for the 4th being taken down by Towler, but that's going to be a wrap. As the defender's going to push into the spawn of the attackers, and that's going to be Springfield closing out map 2 and game 1 of the season. This spring season has been bombastic already, as we're going to see Springfield going absolutely nuclear, almost going, what is it, 26-0, only dropping 1 round in the 2-map series. Caribou again going absolutely crazy with the 30 bomb, and we're going to see how Springfield is going to do in the future again. If they're looking this good on day 1, imagine how they're going to look next week. And with that, Springfield versus Princeton. Springfield on top at the moment for week 1 of the Esports Ohio spring season. That's all that we have for today. As a reminder, I'm your caster, OP Knees. Shout out to Prod. It's his first production for Esports Ohio here. He's been doing a great job so far. Alright, and that's all we're going to have for today. So I will see you all next week on Thursday for Valorant. See ya.